Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sheen, your host. This is Money Matters. In this channel, we talk about money, finance, how to grow your money, how to invest your money, how to make money work hard for you. If you like what I'm doing, check out my other videos. I do a lot of videos about exactly that, money and finance, how to invest your money. Give a thumbs up, it really helps out the channel, spreads my channel to other people, and helps me grow the channel. Also, consider subscribing if you haven't yet already, all right? Let's get started. All right, guys. I just saw this article earlier today and I just had to talk about it, had to do a video on it. So basically here is the article from Fox Business News. Basically this guy, Gordon Johnson, if you guys don't know who Gordon Johnson is, he is like the ultimate bear on Tesla. He's been bearish on Tesla since as long as I can remember. So he came out and said he has a price point on Tesla for $70 a share. So $70 a share. Gordon Johnson, GLJ Research LLC argues competition, low gas, and slow growth will drive Tesla stock down. So I just had to talk about this. This guy is, like I said, he's been bearish on Tesla from the get-go. $70 a share. So let's go back in history. Let's look at these numbers. Let's see if it actually makes sense. All right. So Tesla, as of today of this recording, it closed at $686, which is actually down roughly 8% on the day. So the last time Tesla was in the $70 range, basically under $100, you have to go back to 2013. You have to go back to 2013. So what was Tesla in 2013? Well, 2013, Tesla basically just released their first production car, their own car, which was the Model S. Before that, they had a proof of concept car, which was the Roadster. Basically, this analyst is saying that Tesla stock price should be $70, bringing it back down to 2013. So let's see what Tesla has been doing since 2013 to now. Well, they have the Model S, they have the Model X, they have the Model 3. They're massively successful mass production car. They have their Shanghai factory, they have Tesla Solar, they have Tesla Energy. Like, all this did not exist in 2013 when their share price was under $100. And now they have built all this, built all their factories, grown their company, have multiple vehicles out now, and you're telling me that their stock price should be still down to 2013 levels when they only had one vehicle? Like, that just logically doesn't make sense, right? Am I wrong here? Let me know, guys. Leave a comment. Let me know if you do believe that Tesla should be down at $70 to $70 a share. Because if it is down to $70 a share, I promise you I will sell my house, I will sell everything to pick up more shares of Tesla if it is at $70 a share. So what does that mean? What does $70 a share mean? Essentially, it would mean that Tesla's market cap would be a $13 billion company. So just to give you some context, Tesla currently is a $126 billion market cap company. Comparing that to GM, which is a $30.3 billion company, and comparing to Ford, which is roughly a $19 billion company. Keep in mind, GM and Ford's revenues have been declining year over year. They are just not keeping up with the current situation. They're not keeping up with the demand of future vehicles and smart cars. So year over year, they have been declining in their revenues, in their sales, which is the exact opposite of what Tesla is doing. Their demand is going up year over year. Just to give you some context, what a $13 billion company is. So here is a roughly $11 billion company, ticker symbol IR, Ingersoll Rand. They are a roughly $11 billion market cap company. So what does IR do? They are basically a golf cart manufacturer. Well, they don't just manufacture golf carts, they do other industrial things as well. But one of their biggest markets is manufacturing golf carts. And so if we're saying Tesla is roughly a $13 billion company, we're saying that it's kind of equivalent to this golf cart manufacturer, right? Does that make any sense? Tesla is making amazing vehicles, high-tech vehicles that can nearly drive themselves already. They are looking into the future of electrical vehicles, the connected smart cars, solar roofs, battery-powered cities, battery-powered houses. So we're going to compare them to a $11 billion golf cart company. Guys, does it make sense to you? Let me know. I am going to discuss why Tesla should be a $128 billion market cap company. So let's go over basically what Tesla's mission is. Here's their mission statement. Tesla's mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. That is basically their ultimate goal. So how are they doing that? How are they going to do that? So they're targeting obviously the automotive space. That is their major target. They also do solar, of course, and battery power energy. But of course, their largest space is the automobile, transportation. So they are transitioning consumers into electric cars that are more efficient, more sexy, and smart cars. Everyone wants a smart car. Nobody wants a dumb car. Everyone wants a smartphone. Nobody wants a dumb phone. That is basically what they are doing. So I broke it down into 6 levels. Don't worry, I'm not going to go over all 6 of them in detail. We're just going to go over the last 2, level 5 and level 6 in detail. And so level 5 and level 6 that I have it, that is why they should be trading at $900 to $1,000 per share currently, and that's why they do justify their $128 billion market cap company. So we're going to go over real quick. So level 1, the first thing they did was proof of concept, prove that people do want electrical vehicles. Electrical vehicles could be beautiful, could be sexy, and people would want them. They built a Roadster. It was a proof of concept. People wanted the Roadster. Level 2, they took that money and built a more affordable car, the Model S and the Model X. Then they took that money and built an even more affordable car, which is the Model 3. Starting price is roughly $35,000, and that's just exactly bare bones. I know like nobody probably really purchased the bare bones Model 3. Realistically, probably starting closer to $40,000, but still a lot cheaper than the Model S and Model X. Their next product was the Model Y, mass producible again, mass producing Model 3s and Model Ys. Next, level 4, they're going to extend to address all auto segments. So they are doing that with the Model Y, the crossover SUV. Crossover SUV, of course, is one of the biggest segments in the automobile industry. The next one is the pickup truck. Pickup trucks are absolutely the best selling vehicle, period. Anything on 4 wheels, the pickup truck is the best seller, period, at least in the United States. So they are targeting that with the with the Cybertruck. So now let's get down to business. Level 5. Level 5 is self-driving. Self-driving that is 10 times safer than a human driver, and to accomplish this by deep learning by artificial intelligence. Level 6 is full autonomy. Completely, the vehicle will be driving itself with no human input at all. So that's what we're going to talk about for the rest of this video. So now, self-driving. How do we get there? Do we use software? No, we can't use software to do self-driving. There's infinite amount of situations that no software can be programmed with. No human is going to be able to think about and program every situation that can occur on the road, on the thousands and millions of miles of road out there in all countries, different situations, different issues, different traffic signs, different cultures. So there's no way software is going to do it. You have to do it with artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning. And that is what Tesla is doing, basically using artificial intelligence to teach the vehicle, teach the software to drive itself. And so what do you need? What do you need for artificial intelligence? You need data. Tons and tons of data. You got to run simulations. The vehicle has to experience all types of situations and has to calculate what it's going to do. The only way you're going to do that is with data. Data is the most valuable resource. It's no longer oil. Oil is essentially worthless right now. Oil's futures contracts are in the negatives. So, but I mean, that's just short term. Obviously, oil is still a valuable commodity. Oil prices will go back up, but data is more valuable than oil. Think about it. When you're using Facebook, when you're using Instagram, when you're using Twitter, all that information that is telling corporations and company about you, about what you want to buy. I mean, have you looked at something on Google and then you jump into your Facebook or jump into the Instagram or look on YouTube, and then for some reason there's a feed showing you something that you were looking at, trying to sell that product to you. That's all about data. People, corporations are learning about you so they can target you, so they can sell you more things. And that is what's most valuable right now. That is how companies make money. That is why Facebook is what Facebook is. It's all about ads. It's all about targeting you based on what you want and what they think you want. data is the new gold, the new oil. It's the most valuable resource currently. How do they get data? How are they going to get this data for self-driving? Well, let's first look at how much data they actually have. So Tesla, as of Q4 of 2019, has roughly 901,000 vehicles on the road. Majority of them have autopilot hardware level 2 or level 3. And so as of 2020, they have roughly 2.2 billion miles of autopilot miles. It's projected to be more than 4 billion in 2021. And all this information is from Lex Fridman. Lex Fridman is a MIT researcher that basically is researching a lot with self-driving, autonomous vehicles, deep learning. Check him out. He has all his data, and he has basically mapped all of the data that Tesla does have. And he has a lot of these numbers available on his website. So check it out. I'll link it in the description below. So again, how is Tesla collecting this data? Basically, people are paying Tesla for the privilege to drive their vehicles, for the privilege of collecting data for the company. You know, people are paying $50,000, $60,000, up to $100,000, up to $120,000 for a Tesla vehicle, just for the privilege to drive that vehicle and to collect data for Tesla. I mean, it's the ultimate plan. Somebody pays you to collect data for you. I mean, that's genius, right? So that is basically what they're doing. That is how they're collecting all of their data. Every single Tesla out there, or nearly every single Tesla, has the software and the hardware already in the vehicle. It doesn't matter if you enabled it or not. It is collecting data. Every time you drive, every time it is on autopilot and you take over, it is learning. It is sending that information back to Tesla, and analysts are looking at the data and figuring out what happened, why autopilot had to be taken over. So all this data is fed back to Tesla, and Tesla gets it for free. But how do you ramp up this data? How do you get to the next level? Because really, most of vehicles, most of their lives, they're parked. They're in the garage, they're in the parking lot. Probably on average, you probably drive 30 miles a day, just to and from work, to and from school, right? So 30 miles a day is not a lot of miles. So how is Tesla going to get to the next level? And this is pure speculation. There's no official word on this. So this is my research and what I've looked at and just my thinking about it. What's the next level to get even more data? And again, so I'm not the first one to report on this. This is not the first time somebody has talked about this, but Tesla's rideshare, basically doing what Uber is doing. I mean, it could be done in many different ways. Tesla has not officially said anything about this, but if Tesla has a rideshare, basically a rideshare app, basically doing what Uber is doing, what Lyft is doing, you'll be able to have Tesla vehicles out there. If you own a Tesla vehicle, or Tesla may be able to lease you a vehicle. So say, for instance, you put 5,000 down or 10,000 down or whatever it is, whatever they say. You put 10,000 down, some money down on a Tesla. They basically lease you the vehicle, and in turn, you are able to drive the vehicle and be an Uber, but you will be a Tesla Uber on Tesla's system, on Tesla's app. Therefore, you'd be doing what Uber does: pick up people, drive them to wherever they need to go, drop them off, pick up the next person, and you'll be making income just like Uber pays them. Tesla will pay these drivers, but since you're driving a Tesla vehicle and you only lease the vehicle, it's not your own. So you'll be paying for that vehicle. Essentially, you'll be out of your revenues from driving. Some of that revenue, a portion of it, will be going to paying off the vehicle, right? It makes sense. I mean, I think a lot of people would do that. You could get a Tesla for a lot cheaper if you just agree to basically drive for Tesla, and you're also making money on the side, and you're also paying off the vehicle. Also, Tesla has their own insurance. Tesla's insurance is only available in California now, but Tesla will be able to insure all their vehicles of their fleet, of this Tesla self-driving fleet. So, the rideshare fleet. So they have all this kind of working in the background, and it just needs to all come together, and that just takes time. And again, that is how Tesla is going to be able to get massive amount of data, because like I said, your vehicle is probably driving only 30 miles a day at the most. But if these vehicles are now driving hundreds of miles a day, doing rideshare, picking up people, being essentially a taxi, they'll be getting hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of miles every week from each vehicle. And you'll see that that will accelerate their data lead. That will accelerate their transition into full self-driving because they need more data. Everybody needs more data in order to achieve level 5 autonomy. So that is what I predict. That is what I think is going to happen. That is how they're going to get to the next level of data, and that is how they're going to jump to level 5 autonomy, full self-driving robo-taxis in the future. And this robo-taxi idea is part of their master plan. I mean, it was published back in 2016. Last line right there: enable your car to make money for you when you aren't using it. So it doesn't spell it out right there, but essentially that is the robo-taxi. You're not using your car like 90% of the time. 90% of the time it's staying parked in your garage in some parking lot. So imagine, instead of it's just sitting there, it is out there driving itself, making money for you, picking up people, dropping them off. So essentially a Tesla would be an asset, because once you purchase the car is out there and able to produce the revenue, produce the income for you. Elon Musk has talked about this. Tesla in the future would be an asset, not a liability, because it can make money. It can make money when you are at work, when you are sleeping. You could have the vehicle go pick up people and essentially be a taxi. It has self-driving. It's going to have all the data. It has all the cameras. It has its own insurance. So I know it sounds far-fetched right now, but all the little pieces that they're working on, the Tesla insurance, the data lead that they have, the plan for their rideshare app, all this comes together for their ultimate last goal on that last line, basically enabling your car to make money for you when you aren't using it. So then I pose the question back. Now, how much is this company worth? 128 billion? A company that has the most data about people's driving habits, about transportation, that has self-driving, where you could just sit in your vehicle and go to sleep essentially, and it will drive itself. How much is that company worth? You think it's worth only 128 billion? I would say it's worth more than $1 trillion, considering, let's compare it to other tech companies like Apple. Apple is over $1 trillion company, just a little over. A company, again, that can drive itself. That is different than any automotive company. Tesla makes vehicles, yes, but they're more computers, there's more software, there's more artificial intelligence, there's more cameras, there's more sensors. Essentially, it's more of a software computer than an automobile. So that's why it is not justified to say Tesla is just another auto manufacturer and they should be a market cap of what GM and Ford are, because they're not. GM and Ford has no self-driving capabilities. They don't make their self-driving chips. They don't do their software. They just make dumb cars. They make stupid vehicles. Nobody wants a dumb car. They want a smart car. All right. Let me know if you guys agree. Let me know if you disagree. I love to see the opposite view, because I may be wrong. I like to see other people's opinions, so don't be shy. Leave a comment. If you don't agree with me, leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. If you like my video, please consider subscribing. Give a thumbs up. It's free to you. I really appreciate it. Pushes my videos to other people and helps me grow the channel. All right, catch you in the next one. Peace.